can see that we've got a lot of people from all over the world as per the usual. Let me just get this so that it is set up properly. So hopefully you enjoyed that slide with the hammock, because, you know, we all want to enjoy a life of leisure and a life of luxury. And that hammock, boy, oh boy, that's one of my favorite pictures. Just seeing that person sitting there in the, just looking out into the jungle with not a care in her world. So anyways, hello. It's nice to see everybody again. And I see that, as I said, we've got a lot of new faces on here, which, you know, that's always good to see. We haven't had a Zoom now for about the last week or so. And it's because we're getting reorganized. We want to get people to, you know, we got it like any new system, you go through these processes. And as I mentioned, we got people from all over the world. I don't even know how many countries we saw in there. Right now, Coopcrowd is in over 170 countries. And I think I saw at least 15 countries. There may have been more, I wasn't really counting, that have joined us on this particular call. And we have a ton of people on this call for such short notice because, you know, I sent out an email yesterday, and here we are today, and we've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that are on this line with us. And I know why. It's because you are feeling bullish about Coopcrowd. And I understand it. You should be excited about what's going on here at Coopcrowd, because I can tell you, folks, we are making a positive dent in the universe. And we're helping people all over the globe since we've launched. And you are probably one of the beneficiaries, because we have sent out and delivered literally millions of dollars to your co-op wallets. And as you know, as we jump on this Zoom right now, I want to ask a question. And I want you to put this question to the forefront of your consciousness, because it's important. And here's the question. It's a simple question, but I want you to be thinking about it. The world is changing. Am I? Now think about that for a moment, right? As we continue this Zoom, think about that. The world is changing. Am I? Folks, I'm David T. Rosen, creator of crowdfunding in 2001, Mentor to Millions, and the founder of Coopcrowd, which is quite simply crowdfunding 2.0. Because for most, Coopcrowd is a major paradigm shift in what we believe to be crowdfunding. Who would have thought we could immediately turn our giving into our receiving? And here's the real thing as to why I say that Coopcrowd is a major paradigm shift in crowdfunding and is crowdfunding 2.0. Because now you can use crowdfunding for the most important items in your life, such as paying your monthly expenses, getting out of debt, surviving. Who would have thought that just a year ago? We already knew crowdfunding could help your favorite cause. But now in crowdfunding 2.0, you can use crowdfunding to also help yourself. And when I say help yourself, it means that you can live differently. You can live better. And I use this line often, and I love this line. You can enjoy your full measure of happiness. And folks, do you not deserve to be happy? Right? Listen, if you think that you deserve to be happy, I want to see a yo in those chats right now. And let me pop this right on you right now, right? Because we are all feeling something, right? We're feeling the effects of almost a 2-year pandemic. We are feeling the effects of job losses. We are feeling the effects of family losses. And if that's not enough, stress, it's now getting close to the holiday season and Christmas. And as adults, we understand, but our children don't. You know, they expect something at Christmas. Here's what I want you to know. Even though we are less than a month away from celebrating the holidays, and in some places, you know, Christmas is done in January, and other places it's done at different times of the year. But here's what I want you to know. If you celebrate Christmas on December 25th, and if you celebrate New Year's on January 1st, we still have time to make this Christmas, this holiday season, this new year special. And all you have to do is get busy with it with Coopcrowd right now. And I think, I'm positive actually, that if you listen to what I'm about to share with you right now, you'll agree that yes, this can be our moment to shine. Now, as you all know, I haven't done a Zoom for a while. You know, we've had some great people out there that have been doing the Zooms, but I'm doing this particular Zoom on this particular day for several reasons. One, to thank all our early adopters who have been leading the way, leading that co-op charge, letting you know that there is a safe place to find wealth. And number two, I want to thank all our presenters, because we've had many presenters that have been presenting Coopcrowd, and they've been doing a great job of keeping you informed. And number three, I want to use this time right now to clearly explain what you need to do and what you will get for doing it. And let me just say this, because it's important to understand where we are right now. And anyone who has, you know, participated with businesses with me in the past, we understand what this phase is. This right now is the beta phase. And in a beta phase, we do what is called a controlled release to tune the processes and to learn the best ways to present to the crowds. When we put this together, you know, we had 20 people that are part of our working team, you know, part of the tech team, the support team, and so on and so forth. And we see things in one way, but when you have thousands of people using the system, they see it in another way. But here's what you know to be a fact. Anybody who has used the system to this point, here's something you know that is an absolute fact. The system works, the algorithm works, the co-op wallet works, and we have been sending you your donations every single day. I don't know about you, but when I'm putting forth an effort, the most important thing I want to know is that I'm going to be rewarded for that effort. And folks, people have been rewarded to the millions of dollars. Just like any other new endeavor, it takes a moment to flesh out the meat of the story. And that's what we're doing right now. And that's what we've been doing for the last 5 to 7 weeks. And that's what our presenters that have been doing the presenting for us for the last 5 to 7 weeks. We have been fleshing out that story. Now, the smart ones, and there are many of you, and I can see from the people that are joining us right now, that you have been using and sharing the system. You've been building your crowds. Now, having said that, I certainly understand if some of you want to sit back, because we all know businesses have lied to us in the past. Many of you that are on this call right now, you put your money and time into something that failed you. How many times have you been fooled by that shiny object? So, if you are sitting back right now, I get it. But here's something to think about. We've been doing this for 20 years and we are still going strong. And today, during this webinar, I am going to do something that I usually don't like to do, and that is to talk about money. And the reason why I say I don't like to talk about the money, because Coopcrowd isn't simply about the money. It is about the overarching realities, the journey, and it is mostly about helping others. Money is not the value. You are the value. Money is simply about need. It's not about greed. Without money, you can't live. You can't even buy a bottle of water. And folks, money, when used properly, it is used as transportation to get you to where you need to go. We all need it. It is a fact. But in Coopcrowd, my mission is not about money. It is about helping others. That is my priority. And as I read this, and as you continue to hear some of the things that I am going to share with you over the coming weeks, the coming months, and the coming years, you will really and truly understand what I just said and why money is not the priority and helping others is. And when you do, you will understand that the universe rewards you. It's the way it works. And in Coopcrowd, we do three things, and we do all three of them great. We give, we share, and we receive. And we do it in that order. Because as you heard, giving is the first thing we do in Coopcrowd. And during the last 6-7 weeks, our teams have been doing our presentations, and they've been doing a great job with the presentations with what they had to work at. But as you know, and as I've had conversations with them, we need to have a standard presentation. A presentation that means that if you visit today and you liked what you've seen today and you invite guests tomorrow, you won't be getting something different. So I'm doing this presentation today to give you the straight goods. And I'm going to explain, as I said, exactly what you need to do and exactly what you're going to get for doing it. And the most important part, as you will agree, the most important part of any business is the numbers. Whether it's a brick and mortar, whether it's online, whether it's offline, or whether it is on the moon. You need to understand what you need to do to break even. You need to understand what you need to do to get the most out of your business. And you need to understand what to tell your customers. And if you don't know the answers to those questions, whether it's Coopcrowd or any business, you will have a difficult time in achieving the success you desire. So, as I said, today I am going to give you the numbers. And these are the numbers you can rely on. They are the numbers you can set your goals to. And they are the numbers, check this out, folks, they are the numbers that are precise to a mathematical certainty. Let me say that again because it's so important to understand. They are precise to a mathematical certainty, meaning that if you do exactly what I suggest when I share these numbers with you, you will get the results that I am sharing with you. I also want you to know that you can go at your own pace because it's not a race, right? Coopcrowd is something that was built for you. It was something for you to use and share at a pace that is good for you because it is your journey. And here's something else I want you to know. If you do exactly what I share with you, you will get those results. As I said, do it, do the work, get the rewards. It's really that simple. And if you do more, right? Because what I'm about to share with you right now, as extraordinary as it is, as extraordinary as the numbers are that I'm about to share with you, if you do more, you can expect more. Because as we know, there are people that far exceed expectations. There are people that do better than others. There are some people that just do the minimum of what they need to do. And there are others that do nothing. And if you do nothing, you should expect nothing, which means that the only guarantee that you can rely on is what you do personally. However, let me share this with you as well, because it is so important to understand, because sometimes people see a system like this and, you know, other forms of opportunities, and they think that it's just a game. They think that, well, you know, let's see how it turns out. Folks, Coopcrowd is not a game. Coopcrowd is something that can produce value for you if you put forth the effort, and you will be rewarded. You will be rewarded to a magnitude that will surpass your wildest expectations. You know, sometimes when people hear me speak, they say, David, you're so hyped. David, you're so excited. Why do you tell them these numbers? Well, I tell you these numbers because it's a fact. Right? And I get excited because who can't get excited about what I'm about to share with you? So if you do the work, you get the reward. Okay, here we go. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to present the numbers to you in a format that you will be able to easily understand and illustrate. And check this out, folks. Illustrate the power, the absolute power of Coopcrowd and the cooperative. So bear with me for a second. I got to share my screen with you. You know, I usually like to have somebody else with me who's doing this part because, I don't know, when I do these things, I usually share them wrong. But here we go. Yeah, first I got to find it. Give it a moment. I love this. Here we go. You know, I do a lot of things great, but tech isn't one of them. And this isn't even the high tech. All right, so here we go. I'm going to share my screen now. All right, so type in there if you can see my screen right now. Let me put it into full screen mode. Jabri, send me a text if you can, if this is if you can see this. All right, so as you see here, Coopcrowd. Look at the corner there, right? Look at that corner. You heard me talking about the things that you can use Coopcrowd for. How Coopcrowd changes everything that we know about crowdfunding, and is really a paradigm shift to crowdfunding, and is crowdfunding 2.0, because you can use Coopcrowd for everything, and it was designed for everyone. Coopcrowd is the world's first cooperative crowdfunding system. Think about that for a second. The world's first cooperative crowdfunding system. In a cooperative, we work together. And that's what we do in Coopcrowd. And as I said earlier, for the first time ever, we turn your giving into your receiving. That blows my mind. When you give it forward to help a friend in need, you immediately receive. And in a cooperative, we each do a little to all receive a lot. And here's the part that really blows my mind. Because as an active donor, you only have 2 steps. Check that out. 2 steps to receiving a massive residual income so that you can live debt-free, stress-free, and financially free. And, you know, I created that little tagline a little while ago, a few years ago. And man, you know, when I think about that, and I say that to other people, live debt-free, live stress-free, and live financially free. When I say those words, when those words come out of my mouth and I'm looking eyeball to eyeball to a friend, when I say that, I know that if they follow a simple plan, that those words will be true. Step 1, right? Step 1, from your Coopcrowd dashboard, and this is assuming that someone has already given it forward to you. You're already an active member. So step 1 from your Coopcrowd dashboard is to buy 3 tokens for $84. 3 tokens for $84. And by the way, that is a one-time out of pocket. If you do this right, you will never, ever again reach into your pocket to give another donation in Coopcrowd. And you'll find out why in a moment. Step 2. Come on, man. Step 2. Look at this. Give it forward to 3 friends who will do the same. What does that mean? That means I'm going to speak to Jabri. I'm going to say, hey, Jabri, how you doing? You know, what's new? Could you use extra money in your life right now? And if he's like most people, he's going to tell me yes. I'm going to say, will you give it forward to 3 friends if I give it forward to you? And he's going to say yes, right? So we give it forward to 3 friends. That's it. Buy 3 tokens, give it forward to 3 friends. Those are your 2 steps. And that may be all you need to do to achieve the success that you're looking for in Coopcrowd, to wake up all your dreams, to enjoy your full measure of happiness. Buy 3 tokens, give it forward to 3 friends. Yeah, right? I could have waited till this slide. Then what? Nothing, because you're done. Let that sink in for a moment. You are done. Now, for those of you that are saying, well, that just doesn't make any sense, I share your thoughts because it doesn't make sense to me either, and I created the system. But here's what I can tell you. If you follow those 2 steps and your team does the same, this is exactly what will happen to you and your team, not just for you. Remember, it's not just you that is doing this. It is your team. And the results that you get are the exact same results that your team is going to get. So this isn't one person winning and somebody else failing. This is you winning. This is your 3 friends winning. This is for all of us. Now, I hope you can see this okay. So as we each teach 3, you will be receiving donations through 10 crowd stages of donors in the cooperative, through 10 crowd stages of donors in the cooperative. Now, that might not resonate at this moment, but what I'm about to show you is we each teach 3. As you see, it says 3 donors. That is you giving it forward to your 3 friends. When you do, you receive $26.25. Doesn't say the 25 on there because I rounded it off to $1. So let's think about that for a minute, right? What were those 2 steps? Buy 3 tokens, give 3 tokens to 3 friends who are going to do the same. So right here, where it says 3 donors, on crowd stage 1, you receive $26. If you choose to, you can sit back and do nothing ever again. But as your team continues to grow, and right now this chart is assuming that it is a perfect world, but we already know it's not a perfect world. I already said some will, some won't, but you will. All right, so you've gone and got your 3 donors. You found 3 people in this world. From these 8 billion people, you found 3 that you want to help. Now it's their turn. They find 3 friends that they want to help. Now you're at $38. They find 3 friends that they want to help. Now you're at $87. Now, as I continue to go through these numbers, let them sink in, folks, because it is powerful. And this is what happens as we each leverage our relationships to everyone's advantage. This is not about you doing this and you winning and your friends losing. This is about everybody having the exact same opportunity to live their dreams. And I just want to read what it says down here. Each crowd stage represents the cumulative number of donors, and the amounts are based on co-op 25. We have a co-op 25 and we have a co-op 250. All right. The numbers I am showing you right now are only based on the co-op 250. And as I said, it's a cumulative number of donors. You've helped 3. Their task is to each help 3, which is a total of 9. 3 plus 9 is 12. Your 9 people are going to help 27. 12 plus 27 is 39. So I hope that clears up how you get to those numbers. And remember, at this moment, you are literally sitting back and logging into your account and watching what happens. And before I go, Jabri, mute your microphone, please. And before I go to the next slide, I want you to understand something else, because as I said, we've been doing this for 20 years. So we know what works, what doesn't work. We know what you need to see and what you don't need to see. We know the roadblocks that you are going to face. The first roadblock is, can this really be true? You know, the belief, I can't help you too much with the belief, but there are things that we can help you with. So as your team continues to grow, and look, right now we're just at stage 3 here, crowd stage 3, you have $87. If you choose to, you can take that money out right now. It's yours. No one is holding on to it. So as you see these numbers, I don't want you to be thinking, well, What happens if I get up to 9? What happens if I get to crowd stage 9? Are they going to quit and run away with my money? No, because you have absolute access every second of every day to your money. So let's go to the next slide. All right. Crowd stage 4. You have 120 donors. You've received $249. Are you rich yet? No, but maybe you can pay off your phone bill. Maybe you've got a hydro bill that you need to pay. Maybe you've got a car note that you need to pay. Crowd stage 5, you got 363 donors. You've received $538. Crowd stage 6, you have now 1,092 donors and you received $1,791. Remember, you've only helped 3. This is where it starts to get exciting. In crowd stage 7 is so important for so many people, because at crowd stage 7, you have 3,279 donors giving you a small amount of money. At that point, you've received $4,187. That $4,187, that covers the monthly expenses of over 80% of the population. My phone is going nuts. People are sending me stuff here. Slides aren't moving. Are the slides moving, Jabri? Well, let me see what's going on here. So far, I've been having a lot of fun. I've been getting excited about this.
No, they're not.
Okay, so you should have said something, Jabri. Because right now, I don't even know what slide I'm on. Let me try and figure out why these slides aren't moving. Let me take, what slide can you see right now, Jabri?
13.
Huh?
13.
Okay, so the slides are moving now?
Now they are.
Okay, so I guess when I'm on a full screen, so you guys had the last 10 minutes of watching that woman on a hammock. Did she move? All right, so let me get back to this. So that you can see it, because it's so important that clarity helps you. Confusion, people that are confused, they don't take any action. I don't want you to be confused. I want you to understand what you need to do. So I'm going to go over these again, right? So in crowd stage 1, you've helped 3 people. You've received $26. You can see this now, Jabri, right? I'm going to say yes. Okay, good. When you help your 3 people, you give it forward to your 3 friends. They're going to give it forward to their 3 friends, which amounts to 12. Those 9 people are going to give it forward to their 3 friends. And now you've got 39 people giving you a small donation, which amounts to $87. It was at this point that I mentioned to you that something that's so important to understand is that you have immediate access to your funds 24 hours a day. So no matter what you got in there, you can take out your funds. Is this moving? Okay, it's moving. Did it move, Jabri?
They're good.
All right. I was watching my phone. It was lighting up like a Christmas tree, but it usually does. So I thought, oh, well, nothing's going on. But I figured I better take a look. So anyways, so now your 27 donors are going to give it forward to 81 donors, and you now have 120 donors. They're going to continue to give it forward. Now you've got 363 donors, and you receive $538. They are going to give it forward. And as you see, it might be a little small, right? On crowd stage 5, because each stage is a level, right? So on crowd stage 5, there are a possibility of 243 people occupying your crowd on that stage. So when those 243 people, they do the same as you did, now you've got 1,092 people, and you're receiving 1,791. Now, this is the one that I was on when I was talking about the importance of giving, sharing, and receiving in Coopcrowd, and the importance of working as a team. So when you're on crowd stage 7, another 2,187 people are going to give a small amount to you. And when they do, you will have now received $4,183. Now, the significant part of that is that means that for 80% of the population, which if you wanted to just use the numbers, 80% of the people that are on this line with us right now will have their monthly expenses covered. And before I go on any farther, let's think about what you've done at this point. You bought 3 tokens for $84. You identified 3 people who are also hungry and gave it forward. And your team continued to grow. And as it continues to grow down to crowd stage 8, you now have 9,840 people giving you a small amount of money. You now have $10,744. And again, remember, you have immediate access to it. Crowd stage 9. Those 6,561 people that were on crowd stage 8 have now just given to their 3 friends, and you received $42,729. You're now starting to get out of debt. And maybe, just maybe, you are feeling that burden of stress, that crushing burden of stress that is encompassing that word, that's surrounding so many of us right now, crushing you. This is when you start to become stress-free. Now, we're not done yet. As I said, there are 10 crowd stages. On crowd stage 10, those 29,000 people that were on crowd stage 9, they each do the exact same thing. Now, many people, they get that stinking thinking going on in their head as they're looking at this, right? I want to help to clear up some of that stinking thinking, because it's the stinking thinking that holds us all back. Do you know 88,572 people? Of course not. Even I don't personally know 88,572 people. Every now and then, I want to bring you back to reality. I want to take you back to the beginning. Remember, you got 2 steps. 2 steps. Step 1, buy 3 tokens for $84. Step 2, give it forward to 3 people. Give those 3 tokens forward to 3 people. So don't worry about 88,572 people. You don't know that many people. But we all know 3. When you're on stage 10, you're at $175,589. $175,589. For a lot of people, that's enough to buy a house, buy a car, buy your wife a new fur coat, and live. But we're not done yet. Far from it. You get bonuses. And let's go back to crowd stage 1 for a moment. On crowd stage 1, you give it forward to 3 friends. When you give it forward to 3 friends, you now have your donations covered. Coopcrowd is a subscription-based crowdfunding system. I've saved the fact that it is a subscription-based crowdfunding system to right now, because I didn't want to have that stinking thinking going on in your mind saying, I can't afford another monthly bill. Every 28 days, you and everybody else pays a $28 subscription. Now, when you think about that, when you give it forward to your three, you're basically covered. And when those three give it forward, you're now definitely covered. That money is not going to come out of your pocket. You don't need to put a credit card on Coopcrowd. You don't need to put a debit card. You don't have to make a monthly payment. It comes out of your wallet. And we'll get to that wallet in a moment. Help 3, teach duplication. That $972,753 that you are seeing right there staring you in your eyeballs is what you will. I didn't say you can. I didn't say you could. I said you will receive every 28 days to a mathematical certainty if you and your team follow this. It's simple. You don't have to do it in a day. You don't have to do it in a week. You don't even have to do it in a month. As a matter of fact, you don't have to do it at all. But if you do, this is what you can expect. Now I ask you, would receiving $972,753 every 28 days allow you to live debt-free, stress-free, and financially free? The answer is an absolute yes. You have now helped yourself. You have helped your friends. And we all have causes we want to help. It could be a place of worship. It could be the Cancer Society. It could be the Autism Society. It could be the food banks. Whatever it is that you want to help, you can now do it. And you can do it without worrying about whether or not you can pay that monthly phone bill. What you've just seen here, there is no other system on planet Earth, and as far as I know, in this entire universe, that can do this. So if you want this, do this. It says the above can be easily completed in 84 days. Many of you are doubting that right now. I don't blame you. Many more of you are wondering, well, what do you mean I can do this in 84 days? You said all I need to do is buy 3 tokens for $84 and give them forward to 3 friends. And I'm not going to change my mind about that. If you give it forward in the next 7 days, and your friends give it forward in the next 7 days, and they give it forward for the next 7 days. In 84 days, you will have received $972,753. And you'll get that like a Swiss watch every 28 days. Now, as I said, some will, some won't. Don't let you be one of the ones that won't. So I don't need to recap again because, your journey to supersize your donations began with you giving it forward to 3 friends. And each new active donor in your cooperative did the same thing. Now think about it for a minute, right? Like, it's so important to think about it. Don't be letting that stinking thinking get in your head. Get it out. Think about what I said. I didn't say get 3 people today, get 3 people tomorrow, get 3 people tomorrow, get 3 people the next day. Get 3 people every day for the rest of your life. I didn't say give up your firstborn child. I didn't say slave away for the next 40 hours every week for the next 40 years. I said give it forward to help 3 friends once. Have them do the same. And you can become debt-free, stress-free, and financially free and enjoy your life. Here's something else I want you to understand. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, this is why you want to help your 3 friends. Because based on that scenario that I just told you, on day 91, your friends are now receiving $972,753 every 28 days. You are not taking anything from them. You are not taking anything from them. We are helping each other. That is what we do in a cooperative. And here's my question to you. And why I don't like to talk about the money part of things in Coopcrowd, because it's not about the money. The money will happen. You do the work, you will get the rewards. What is your 84, right? What is your 84? We all have something that we want, that we need, someone that we want to help, some cause that we care about, something. Some people, maybe they want to be a painter. Maybe somebody wants to be a dancer. At some point in your life, you had some fantasy, some dream that you said, boy, I wish I could be a painter. I want to be a fireman. I want to be something. Whatever it is, life got in the way. A 40-hour week work got in the way. And today, a 40-hour week work, by the way, let me just share this with you, because this blew my mind when I read it the other day. Do you know, for us here in North America, that if you have a job, a full-time job that you are working 40 hours a week at, that you cannot afford to have your own apartment. You go to work for 40 hours a week and you don't make enough money to keep a roof over your head. I usually swear when I say this because it just boggles my mind, right? So if you want to keep living like that, then keep doing what you've been doing. But if you want something more, what is your 84? Now, you know, I wrote this out because we all have questions. Some of them I've answered along the way, right? I've said, you know, don't do this, don't do that, think about this, don't think about that, right? So some of you have questions. One, what if my friend quits, right? Because that's probably the number one question. What if my friend quits? So what? Get one more, right? I hope that gets it out of your mind, right? If somebody quits, get one more. We all know more than 3 friends that could use more than they have right now. Is this a pyramid? It's another one of those questions. Usually that question means that, you know, they're trying to say no. And the answer to the question is no, we're not a pyramid. I'm not even going to bother getting into the explanation, but no, that's not us. Another thing that people say is, can I really receive $972,753 every 28 days? Yes. Yes. Can I help more than 3 friends? Of course you can. And if you do, you will receive more, right? So what I just showed you right there, that's not the results that every single person that joins Coopcrowd is going to receive. Because some will, some won't. Some will do nothing. Some will do more. This is just the numbers that I figured out. I calculated, well, my computer did, calculated that these are the results you will get if we each just teach 3. So the answer to that question is yes. Another one is, I saw a negative post on the internet about co-op and about the owner. So what? Don't let it spoil your dreams. Using Coopcrowd, you have immediate access to your money. Immediate. I could say a whole bunch more there, but I'm not going to. Another thing that, some of our teammates that have been with us for a while, most people, not everybody, but some people, they want to try and understand everything about how it works. Some for logical reasons, some for nefarious reasons. But I am not going to share those numbers. Go online, look up the recipe for Coca-Cola, and you know what you're going to find? You're going to find a big vault that's about 4 feet thick, and only 2 people on planet Earth at any given time know the recipe of what Coca-Cola is. You also don't know how a TV works, but guess what? You use it. So don't let one of those silly questions spoil your dreams. I saw a spelling error, a link didn't work, and there are no FAQs. Of course not, we're in beta mode. But people are receiving their donations every single day. No one can say that I received donations today and I didn't get them. Because if you withdraw your donations, you get them every single day. And this is the one that kind of boggles my mind. I can't find 3 friends. Well, when people say that to me, I say, listen, Coopcrowd is not for you. Because we're not here to babysit. We're not here to simply coddle our friends because they don't want to participate in their own rescue. It's a cooperative, ladies and gentlemen. It is a cooperative. In a cooperative, we each do a little to all receive a lot. If you find someone that is not willing to help themselves, don't help them. And here's what I do know. They will turn around and they will come back to you. And here's the number one thing that should alleviate any doubt in your mind as to whether or not Coopcrowd works, as to the veracity of the words I'm sharing with you right now. So far, I have spent $9 million, $9 million of my own money building this system, spending my time trying to make sure that you have a system that you can count on, that you have a system that you will willingly want to share with your friends, that you have a system that you don't have to worry about waking up in the morning and it not being there. You have a system that you know when you wake up in the morning, it is there for you. When you go to sleep at night, it is there for you. When you make a withdrawal of your donations, you will get them. You have a system that you can count on. And if you don't believe me, or you don't believe my friends, I ask you to use the system for free for as long as you want. You don't have to take my word for it. You don't have to take the person that invited you here to this call, this Zoom. The only person you have to really listen to is you. Use the system for free for as long as you want. We aren't going to take it away from you after a day. We aren't going to take it away from you after a month. We aren't going to take it away from you after a year. However long it takes for you to understand that Coopcrowd is the system that you have been looking for your entire life. Take as long as you need. And check this out. If this system doesn't work, that $9 million that I just mentioned, it will go up in smoke. So trust me when I tell you, I have tested this system over and over and over again. I know this system works. So I hope that these questions that I just answered, you're going to have many more questions, right? And I get it. I get it. But hopefully this will remove some of that stinking thinking that is going on there right now. Not for me, not for the person that invited you to this system, but for you and your family. I'm going to go to I think I got another slide here. Yes, I do. So this is important too. What do I get to help me, right? We all need help, right? We're not saying, here's Coopcrowd, go to it. I hope it works for you. No, over the course of the last 20 years, we know how to do crowdfunding right. You get a Coopcrowd system that works and is here to stay. You get multiple personalized websites. You get campaign setup tools, just like you do on GoFundMe, which is a great system. Set up your campaign. You get Coopcrowd tools. You get a private, decentralized wallet to secure your money. Listen to these words again, because this too is a one of a kind. You get a private, decentralized wallet to secure your money. You get professional support. You get cooperative crowdfunding support, and you get immediate access to your money every second of every day. And as it says, my favorite line, let's get busy with it. We already talked about what you can use Coopcrowd for: paying your monthly expenses, getting out of debt, helping a friend, helping your favorite charity, getting your big idea funded, and living. So, right now, if you're wondering what you should do next, I'm going to tell you. Get your 3 tokens, give it forward to 3 friends, and begin your life of living debt-free, stress-free, and financially free. And if you're wondering if there is anything else that you need to know, have fun. I'm going to stop my screen sharing here. I hope that gives you an idea of what the numbers are. It's unlikely I'm going to do these numbers again, but I will provide for you these numbers and that PowerPoint in your dashboard. And if you ever need to refer to the numbers to see how they work, to see how Coopcrowd works, to see what you will get for what you need to do, refer back to this video. Refer back to this PowerPoint, which will be in your dashboard. And the reason that I'm not going to talk about the money anymore, it's not because I don't believe in what I see there. I absolutely believe to be 100% accurate. But as I said, Coopcrowd is not about me. It's not about the numbers. It's not about how much money you can stuff in your jeans. It is about the value that you can bring to another human being. It is about the value that you can bring to a cause that you are passionate about. It is about the value that you can bring to your community. That is what Coopcrowd is about. And that is why I don't want to talk about the numbers. I know there's a couple other things that I should say here. I remember my dad. My mom and dad were my mentors. They were the people that taught me that I can do anything, be anything, and create anything, and that no mountain was too high, right? And they taught me something else. They taught me that you cannot make excuses and money. You cannot make excuses and money. You cannot do both. Which one do you want to do? As I said, the world is changing. Are you? Now, just before I get to close this off, I will be doing a training Zoom on Saturday to show you how simple it is and how you can give it forward to a friend in less than 3 minutes, which means that those 2 steps that you need to do can be completed in 10 minutes. Now, in my opinion, I cannot have laid this out any clearer. You now know what you need to do. Now it's up to you. And remember, in Coopcrowd, we are a cooperative, so you are never alone. You are always part of the team. And if the person that invited you to Coopcrowd originally quit, don't stress. You have us. Do not let anybody else spoil your dreams. We are here to help you. And as we continue down this road, down this process, understand we are going to continue to make this system easier and easier for you to share with your friends. When you come on Saturday, I've been talking for a long time. I didn't want to talk this long, but sometimes, I just get so wound up. I get so caught up in wanting to share everything with you guys that I talk way longer than I need to. Because right now I'm looking at the time. It's been 1 hour and 10 minutes. Once we get this all ironed out, you're going to be able to share Coopcrowd with somebody in under 5 minutes. Under 5 minutes. Right now, what you got today is you got my passion. You got my desire to want to help you. That's why I've talked for 1 hour and 10 minutes. But here's what we need to know, right? And I think about this daily. We all need to understand that leverage is not a bad thing. If we leverage our emotional ingredients to acquire the business successes we want. And when I say emotional ingredients, it's not a pound of sugar and half a pound of butter. It's empathy. It's kindness. It's considerations. Those things, as you should be clearly seeing right now, as this pandemic has stretched through, and as some of the events that have happened throughout the world. You see corporations, big and small. You see governments, big and small. They're trying to help. They want to help. Because they are part of a modern business. They may be downsizing. Machines are taking away most of our jobs. But it is up to us, me, as a 21st century business owner, to care about the people who are using and sharing our businesses. And that is the only way that we are going to survive as a people. There are a lot of great businesses out there that were designed to help you. Coopcrowd is one of them. And in my personal, humble, and of course unbiased opinion, it is the best opportunity for you. So, we've entered the cooperative age. Let's embrace it, because if we do, it is going to be to the benefit of us all as we work together in this cooperative. I want you all to congratulate your friends for inviting you here. I want to congratulate you guys for looking for a better solution. I want to congratulate the other business owners that are out there that are looking for a better solution. But most of all, I just want to say thank you for joining us. Join us on Saturday. Don't come along alone, because we are a cooperative. Let's get busy with it. The industrial age is dead. Get into Coopcrowd. Get into the cooperative age. Let's enjoy each other. So this is David T. Rosen. Thank you for giving me this hour and 7 minutes, allowing me into your living room, your car, your home, your mobile phone. And I hope that you've received what I've said here today to make this day the day that you change and start helping in your own recovery. So let's get busy with it. Thank you very much for sharing with us. I'm going to let this song play because it's my favorite song. And if you want to know what the name of the song is, it's called Ouija, or the artist is Ouija, and the song is called Hold On to Your Dreams. I'm going to let it play so you can let these things sink in. Maybe just sort of dwell on all the things that we've been talking about for the last hour. If you want to comment, you want to say something good, you want to say something bold, you want to say I'm all in, you want to say yo, 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 send a message in the chat. All right? So let's hold on to our dreams. Here we go. Works better when it's turned up. And turned on. Whoa.